Old, the brand new film from M Night Shyamalan. Is this a film with an interesting story to tell, or is it a movie that is not going to age well? Hey guys, welcome to Marcus Loves Movies. My name is Marcus Lee and welcome to my old movie review, the brand new film project from M Night Shyamalan. His films tend to either hit or miss. For every Sixth Sense, you've also got The Happening, but whenever he's bringing something out new, you know you're going to be intrigued and you're going to check it out. So here we are with Old. Let me tell you a bit about the backstory, the plot, and then we'll get into the movie review. A family on a tropical holiday soon discover that the secluded beach where they are relaxing for a few hours is somehow causing them to age rapidly, reducing their entire lives into a single day. The movie stars Gael Garcia Bernal, Vicky Krieps, Rufus Sewell, Alex Wolff, Thomasin McKenzie, Abby Lee, Nikita Muka-Bird and Ken Leung. I think coming up with ideas for stories and films is actually the easy part. The hard part is the execution of that idea, making that idea work as a film that makes sense and is going to entertain an audience. When I first saw the trailer for this film, I really liked it. I was like, I'm engaged, I'm hooked. When this is released, going to see this movie in the cinema. And there's a lot to like about this film. It's creepy, it's intense. Even though they're on this island out in the open air, it's claustrophobic. You feel like you're trapped and you're going through what the characters are going through. So there's a lot to like about it. One of the things I really liked about this film was the cinematography. I thought the camera work was excellent. The way it moved around the characters and moved around the island, I really liked that. And the composition of some of the shots I thought was fantastic. Some people might say style over substance, but me personally, I really enjoyed that. I like the fact that sometimes something creepy was happening out of frame, so you're focused on a character, then you're looking at the characters responding to that and seeing what is happening, because a lot of that is about what you then have to picture in your mind as someone who's watching that. So I really like that stuff. I thought the central couple, Guy and Pris, who were played by Gael Garcia Bernal and Vicky Krieps, were the most interesting to watch. They had a really good backstory, and as their story played out, they were great to watch. Really well cast as well. And I suppose in terms of character development, they went on the biggest journey. I suppose everyone went on a character development journey because everyone's supposed to get old, right? But there were some nice moments in the films in terms of characters going on a journey. For example, two people talk about past arguments that they've had, and then they realize actually those arguments, when you look at life, really weren't important. Yes, they were a big deal, but really it doesn't matter now. So maybe we should all learn to not sweat the small stuff. A nice moment in the film. So while there are lots of good things about the films, there are also some not so good things about the film. For example, these characters are supposed to be aging rapidly, and I think in the trailer it refers to a character who appears to get some wrinkles on their face. However, these characters still don't appear to age like they should do. So whilst a few characters get wrinkles, if they're aging rapidly, these wrinkles don't appear. And I don't know if that's due to a lack of focus in the production, if there wasn't enough money in the budget for prosthetics, but that doesn't appear on screen like it should do. There are horror elements to this film, but I don't think any of them are actually that scary. And I think the effect that the director wanted them to have on the audience wasn't the actual effect. So, for example, a particular character has something bad happen to them. That's no major spoiler, because with a film, with a cast like this, with this many characters, you know bad things are going to happen to people. So something bad happens to a particular character and it's meant to be freaky, it's meant to be scary, it's meant to be horror, but the actual effect that it had on the audience watching it, the audience that I was watching it with, it actually turned out to be quite funny. It actually turned out to be quite silly. I don't think that's what the director wanted that to be. So that was a bit of a fail on the horror side of things. M Night Shyamalan pops up for his usual director cameo. We're used to seeing him in small doses, but in this film, he's actually in it for longer than I think he needs to be, because hey, we all know you're the director, we know you're the big cheese, and instead of seeing a character, we're just seeing you, the director, having a few moments to shine. And we didn't need to see that, unfortunately, because he didn't massively bring anything to the table as an actor. Sadly, I was a little bit disappointed with the ending of the film. Listen, we know that M Night Shyamalan films sometimes have a twist, and I won't say if this film has a twist or not, but I just thought the ending of this film was a bit of a letdown. And I also feel like it should have ended maybe 15, 20 minutes sooner than it did. That would have made the film a little bit sharper. Overall, I thought this was a good film, a decent film that had a lot of promise, but the execution wasn't as good as it should have been. I think this would have been a really good episode of Lost or a really good episode of The Twilight Zone, but it seemed like there were too many ideas in there. It was all a bit of a jumble, and then it got lost. Pun intended. But funnily enough, this movie did actually make me think about getting older, because also very recently I just watched the Friends reunion. We all know what Friends is, one of the most popular TV sitcoms of all time. And watching the Friends reunion, you get to see the actors now, but you also get to see how they looked 20 years ago in the mid-90s when that TV show started, and the contrast of how their faces looked in the 90s when they're in their 20s and how they look now when they're knocking on their 50s. You think, oh wow, people get older. Same thing with this film. You see people looking at one age and you know that you're going to start to see them wrinkle up and how life moves on. And it does make you think about getting older and how you need to really appreciate the life that you've got. So yeah, maybe this film wasn't the greatest film of all time, but that was one of the takeaways for me. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life while you have it. Enjoy your life today. So my official Marcus Loves Movies rating for the movie Old is 3.5 stars. So those are my thoughts about the film, and as always, I'd love to know what you thought of it. Please do that by leaving a comment in the comment section. Please give this video a like, and whilst you're here, hey, please subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for the latest movie reviews and trailer reactions and film discussion. I do all of that good stuff here. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for the next video, and I'll hope to talk to you again soon. So until then, take care, and thanks for watching.